Hi there, folks. Andrea Cox here with thehealthyhaven.net and alkalizewithandrea.com. It is Thursday. It is date night with the Manpanion, and I just got ready, and I think about 5 minutes. I kind of needled around all day. I wouldn't be using that word if it weren't for all you fine folks that are watching this video. I'd use a different word. And ran my errands at the last minute. I had a lot of work to get done today in order to get my product line out that we're coming out with next week. Yay! And so, I came home and I had like 5 minutes. I was like, okay, little non-toxic mascara and we're good. So I wanted to first say thank you. Thank you for all the beautiful messages on Facebook about my haircut. As you can see, it's still extremely long, 8 inches off my hair, and it's still far past the mark. I had to put a little water in it because the Manpanion does not like my hair straight, and so I had to get my water and make my curls come out. And I appreciate that. Very sweet of all of you. And I also wanted to say thank you for your opinions that you gave me on the selection of my new labels. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I've chosen the labels, and my amazing designer is working on the next 3 labels now. And how cool is it that I went to high school with her, and actually that she has designed the labels for another raw vegan that is like the top of the raw vegan chain, if you ask me. And so I'm really excited to be working with her. She's a brander. She does great work, and I really debated and looked around for quite a long time. There's some really good branders out there, and I really, when all this is done, I'm going to share her name with all of you and her website, because she's amazing, and she's worked for products like Smirnoff, and she's really big and great. So this is exciting for me. I've never worked with a brander before. Not even when I was about to do a TV show did I even work with a brander. So this is pretty cool. So what I'm doing this video for, and I need to get out there because we're going to see a movie, is because something happened today, and I kind of debated sharing it with all of you, and then I thought, you know what, I'm going to share it. For a long time, food was a big issue for me. I wouldn't even eat in the same room if I didn't feel someone's energy was not like steady. If I felt their energy was up, down, all around, and screwed up, and I wouldn't even eat with them. I didn't care if it was a boyfriend there was no way I was going to let them in my sphere during food time, because I really do believe that food should be eaten in a relaxed environment. But even, before that, growing up in Ohio, there's not a lot of people making, guayasa, gynostema, pearl powder, hoshu wu, ginseng, astragalus, holy basil, schizandra berry tonics every morning with all the other stuff I put in to balance it. And so, and not a lot of people, eating salads out of big mixing bowls like I do. And so for a long time, I felt ashamed about the way I ate, and, struggling with an eating disorder before that, this shame I've carried with me for so very long. And today, something magical happened. I was running late. I wanted to pull myself together for the Manpanion, which really didn't happen. But I wanted to get home and get things done. And so I actually ended up eating in my car in between errands, which I know many of you do. I don't recommend it, but, and I probably won't, do it every day or do it again for a while, but just mindlessly, instead of sitting down and making a big dinner like I usually do and making a big deal out of things, I just started eating in my car. I always take juice or something with me in my car, but I went to the grocery and I literally just made a meal on my lap and was eating as and that's a huge deal for me. And it's a huge deal because when you suffer from an eating disorder like I did for so long, bulimia, anorexia nervosa, all of those things I struggled with for so long. And you actually find yourself mindlessly nibbling a meal down in the car. And you realize that, oh my God, I'm not thinking about food. I'm not food focused. I'm not dissecting this meal and the caloric intake, the carbohydrate, the protein, the fat intake in this meal. I don't give a shit. I'm going to eat it as I drive. That's a huge thing. And, they say, because I went to cognitive behavioral therapy for years for my eating disorder. I actually paid for it and went myself as an adult because my eating disorder came late in life at the age of 22 when I was a model. So, which is very rare. Most girls and boys, because it doesn't discriminate, they get it when they're younger. And they say that, food thoughts and a good food list, bad food list will always exist once you have an eating disorder. And apparently it's no longer existing for me because I was able to just pick mindlessly out of the bag and eat. And I know a lot of you won't understand the victory that brings. I'm not going to cry. But for me, that's a huge victory because eating is such, something, you build a certain routine to handle your disorder so it doesn't come back in. And it's been probably 10 years since I've made myself vomit. And 10 years since I was, this big, 94 pounds at 5'10" and a half. You do the math, that's terrible. And so this was a huge victory for me to not think about food. And I wanted to share it with you. And I wanted to give hope to the women out there that maybe are going through this battle now and say, forget what listen to your therapist, but forget what they say. You can get through this. You can get to the other side. And I think a lot of this is due to my boyfriend. We travel a lot, and I never traveled because of my eating disorder. I mean, how are you going to pack the whole entire kitchen and travel, right? And this is a huge deal for me. So I am going to, definitely thank him tonight and explain this to him. I don't know if I'll get it or not. I think he will. He's a pretty zen, amazing man. But I'm also, going to thank God, which I already did today about 5,000 times. And I'm going to give myself a pat on the back right now and say, I'm proud of you, sister, because I am proud of myself because this is a huge victory. Andrea Cox here. If you like this video, you know what to do. And follow me on YouTube at Andrea Cox TV. Check out my new and improved website. It's going to be up. They're starting on it Monday. Thank God, finally. thehealthyhaven.net. Sign up for my newsletter on there. If you're interested in my detox retreats, alkalizewithandrea.com. And follow me on Facebook, Andrea Lee, Leigh, Cox, and Twitter and Instagram under Raw Chef Andrea. Be well. Make it a great day.